Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another AMA in Elite Crypto Lounge. Today we have the Lunatics on board, and Sega will be speaking on behalf of the project. G'day, Sega. How are you, mate?
I'm very good, mate. How are you?
Yeah, very well, mate. Good, very well. Obviously, you guys have been around for quite some time now. You got a lot going on with the project, and obviously you're doing another raise now, a fair launch on Presale.
Yeah, so we're for like 7 months now, which is a lifetime in crypto.
Mate, well, people are lucky to get past 1 week, and you guys have gone 7 months.
Yeah, so it's we've shocked a few people, but we always knew we were going to be here, so that's a good thing.
Fantastic. So just quickly, you guys obviously still running your BSC project, or is that going to be integrated with the new field launch that you've done today with Ethereum?
Yeah, so obviously we launched back in July last year on the BSC network, and that went extremely well. We kind of raised 1100 BNB in our pre-sale, like an unknown token. And honestly, with not much utility, just pretty much like a promise to kind of deliver on a few things. And obviously, the whole ethos behind the project was all about honesty and transparency. So we've built on that. And yeah, we're kind of ready now to launch on the Ethereum network. We feel it's the right time, and yeah, the plan is to launch, kind of let the excitement kind of settle down, and then we'll bridge. We're actually planning to launch on the Terra chain as well, but that was kind of forced on us to kind of delay that because there's some on-chain kind of upgrades going on right now. So we've held back on that. As soon as they're finished as well, we'll launch on Terra as well, and then we'll bridge the whole three together.
Yeah, fair enough. And obviously, you guys have done very well at the moment with your field launch. 174.37 Ethereum already raised with 1 day and 21 hours to go. Well, you guys must be very excited.
Yeah, I mean, we obviously had a nice early rush with I'm sure it was loyal supporters and people that heard about the project. But like this time around was slightly different. The first time around, it was like a 24-hour pre-sale. It was like a rush, and there was a lot of hype around at the time because obviously it was just after the Luna crash, and everyone kind of related to the story how Lunatics came about. And yeah, it was like a big rush this time around. We feel like we've got far more to offer, and we wanted to do like this round of AMAs so people can actually have their time to look into the project, do their own research and due diligence, and see what we've got to offer, and gives them a bit more time to do their own thing and take their time about making a decision to jump on board this time.
Yeah, and we don't want to be going like deep diving into the project because it's been around for some time and a lot of people are really familiar with it. But what we will do is touch upon, obviously the utilities you guys have. It's been around for some time. You got your NFT staking, the Luna space, your LuniSwap, the Lotto, the shop, and then obviously the wallpapers you guys have, and then validators.
Yeah, so basically this is just our revamped V2 kind of website. There's a couple of links that are still might not be there. They're just sorting out the back end of that. But yeah, so basically if we start from the top, you've got our NFTs. We already launched a series of NFTs on the BSC side. We successfully sold the first half. We split it into two sales. We sold 1,000 of them, and the next 1,000 will go on sale pretty soon. They're stakeable. We've also tried, when you purchased them, there was chances to win some lottery prizes, and there was a lot of BNB that have gone out in prizes. And we always try and give back as much as possible. And the ones that supported the project early, they're getting a small airdrop on the ETH side as well. So we're always giving back on that. The Looney space is a little bit of one of the guys on the team has been developing that. It's a little bit of a cross between Facebook and Twitter. So like the good points about Facebook and the good things about Twitter is kind of a place where it's our kind of like social media platform, and we've been using it, but it's not quite on sorted so people can access on the website. But that'll be up pretty like any day now. I think they were just going over some security measures today. So yeah, that's up and running. You mentioned the shop as well. Obviously, we've had our merch for a while now. Like our community is crazy about the project, and they've always wanted to buy into the merch kind of thing. And we've got some unique designs, and even the designers willing to, if any of our holders want to reach out and create their own lunatic kind of thing, he's well on board. He's kind of helping them out and do that for them as well. So yeah, I mean, we're trying to cover all bases here.
I mean, look, you guys have a lot of ground to cover, obviously, and you've already covered it already. We've seen the utilities, we've seen you guys out in the BC. They're bringing it all to life with the Ethereum network, and then you go to the Terra network as well. So there's actually a lot happening in your world, and you probably guys are living in a loony space, and I like the name that you guys have made for your social media platform,
Yeah.
which will be engaging to see as well.
Yeah, I mean, like like I said, the whole project was always built around community, and like on the ethos that it was all about people coming together that had experienced our story relates to every person in crypto. They've all got a bad story about a project they were involved in, whether it got rugged or it wasn't run properly, or from the lower level to like Luna last year when it crashes and millions of people got hurt in that crash. So yeah, we knew our story would relate throughout the space, and it was all about community first, and then obviously we feel that Lunatics has kind of grown up over the past 7 months, and we've got our next level of kind of utilities coming out, and we're going to take it to the next level. And yeah, we feel that we're ready now, and that's the next step for us.
All right, so the white paper is obviously out. It's got all the detailed information there for you guys to obviously review and check it out. We won't be going into too much detail because Lunatics is not a new project. They've been around for quite some time. They are very well structured and a very, very active team as well, because I have been following them since the initial pre-sale field launch they had 7 months ago. So it's been a very good journey for them so far. And then you obviously got your staking platforms. You've got your V1, V2, and then you've got the NFT staking as well.
Yeah, I mean, our staking is crazy. Just quickly touch on that. Our meme token, obviously we kicked off like as a meme token. We've obviously grown up from that, but our staking numbers are crazy, especially for this type of kind of like level kind of token where we kicked off it. Over 42% of our total supply is staked, which is like unbelievable, and the majority of that number is staked for a year. So that's a huge vote of confidence from the community that they know we're going to be here. No one likes locking up tokens up over a long term if the project is not trusted and kind of like well respected. And so we kind of earned their respect, and they've repaid us back with loyalty.
Yeah, and it's a very engaging community as well, because you don't get much. Not many tokens have 42% supply in staking, which is absolutely phenomenal. Obviously, the Luna Space is coming soon, but I love the collection that you guys have. And is there merchandise ready to go, or is it still in process?
Merchandise has been live for a good few months now. The community are crazy about it, and there's always like new designs coming out. And we've kind of upgraded Looney now as well, so there's a whole new batch of new Looney, and yeah. And the new logo as well. Obviously, on the new website, you can see it's just kind of been like sharpened up a little bit. So yeah, there's a whole new collection coming.
Now, obviously, if the money generated in the merchandise, is that going back into the ecosystem, or is that revenue for the team?
No. I mean, the team doesn't take no revenue from the project. We literally sustain the project. That's it. It's not like a cash cow kind of thing for the team. Even from the beginning, we never had team tokens. Everyone invested in either the private or in the pre-sale. And only this time round, where we're going to launch on the Ethereum network, have we decided to allocate 5% to team tokens. They're actually going to be vested for a year. And they're going to be a monthly release, an equal monthly release over the period. And that's only because the team's kind of grown since then. Even though we had a big team when we started, like we were 8 or 9, now we're 12. And it's become a little bit more than a little side kind of like everyone chip in, do their little bit. And it's turned into more of a kind of full-time There's a handful of people on the team now that are really putting in the hours, and it's become a bit more of a full-time thing. So obviously, people need to live and what have you. But with them being invested and over the period they're only going to be worth money if the project's worth money. So that's the way we've decided to do it.
Yeah, it's fantastic to see, because a lot of projects have taken advantage of that. Actually, the way the scope of works comes with merchandise, but you guys are obviously regenerating it back into the ecosystem, which is fantastic. And obviously, just in terms of the sizing, are we going with the smaller sizing when you put your sizes up, or is it the American size XXL?
No,
Because you've got the Asian market, and then you've got the American market. It's two different sizes altogether.
Yeah, I mean, me personally, I couldn't really answer that 100%. But I'm pretty sure that Crypto Queen, she covers all the bases, and I think it's just I think they're European based, so it's probably in the middle somewhere.
Yeah, okay, fair enough. If that's the case, then we're going to have to jump on board and buy ourselves a nice jumper. I was intrigued by these Lunatics ones over here, which are very nice designs. It's fantastic.
Yeah, we got
obviously, you guys. Yeah.
Yeah, sorry, go on.
You said you got an in-house designer?
Yeah, in-house designer for all our artwork on the merch. So, and like I said, a couple of holders have reached out and they've wanted some unique designs, and he's designed them for them, obviously based around Lunatics, and he's got them out to them. So we're pretty flexible.
Very nice indeed, man. And obviously the team have been doxed, and we can see that on the Presale network that there's no KYC. There is KYC, there's also doxed and audit. And obviously it's going to be a safe contract as well, I guess.
Yeah, well, both contracts, obviously the BSC and obviously this one have been audited, and the team's fully doxed KYC. Once we get we go live on the Terra network, as soon as them upgrades are completed, we'll attempt to get a full certic audit for Lunatics covering all chains.
Yeah, fantastic to see. We'll head down to the tokenomics. We can see that there's 32% going Presale, 15% liquidity. Unlocked, that's mainly going for the staking, or is that for something else?
Yeah, they are locked. We're just not using the Presale lock, so all them tokens will be locked. Time locks. They're for staking and the other thing. There's a couple of things that the project, like future development stuff, but they're all going to be in lock contracts as well. But you'll be able to see them on our contract once we go live.
Fantastic to see. And then obviously there's a 12% burn as well. Is that going to be burning the tokens, or are you going to be burning Luna tokens?
Yeah, we're obviously on the BSC side. We're auto deflationary anyway, so we burn 1% of the supply on every transaction. So so far on the BSC side, we're on around 12 billion. So when we launch on ETH, we'll burn the exact amount as well to continue that. So it's all kind of leveled out.
Awesome. The only other project that's probably related to you guys, not really related, but have been around for the same time, is probably the Squid Grow one. And we're seeing them make a lot of noise in the space, and you guys are following suit at the moment. Any plans to have any centralized exchange?
Yeah, we're already on L Bank, so we're already on a centralized L Bank and coining. So we're already trading there. The tax setup is slightly different. On the DEXs, we are 8% buy and sells at the minute. We've reduced that from 10 when we launched back in July. The plan is obviously to reduce that over time once the project becomes kind of self-sufficient on revenue generation. And with our new utilities, we're definitely going to be able to do that and make that happen quicker. The taxes on the trading taxes on the central exchanges are only 2%, and they're going to be removed as well shortly. So you get the best of both worlds. If you want to just trade the charts and you're not really interested in rewards and what have you, you trade on the exchanges with no taxes. If you want to earn rewards, because obviously the project offers 3% Luna Classic rewards. If you want to earn them rewards and help towards development for the time being, you trade on the DEXs. And we've given over $1 million of Luna Classic back to our holders in rewards over the period of time. So that's a huge amount of money that's gone back into the pockets of the holders as well.
Yeah, nice. Absolutely. Good work there, guys. And obviously you can see here for yourself that the team is doxed, and all the team is actually displayed online. No one is hiding. Even Sega's sexy face is on there as well for your reference. And you got the contract dev. Come again?
I tried to find the youngest picture I could find.
Hey, sometimes we've got to hide those wrinkles, eh? And obviously the contract dev is Krakovia. So for those that don't know, he is the contract dev for Travelad. And Travelad is based, so is this team, and it's looking very good indeed. Obviously, phase 1, private sales been complete. Phase 2 has been done. They self-launched on BSC a long time ago. A listing on L Bank, NFT collections, so forth and so forth. Where are we at now in terms of the phases?
We're like mid-5. So mid-5 going into 6.
All right, so fantastic. So LuniSwap, Dex, BSC, ETH coming out soon.
Yeah, so our Dex is ready. It's just a few things to tidy up on the back end. So we kind of estimate within a couple of weeks that'll be going live. There'll be all sorts of things, obviously, to be able to swap. There'll be a referral system on there. So if you kind of push people that like to earn a bit of extra income, if they push people to use our swap, they'll get a little kickback. There'll be staking and farming pools on there. We'll eventually have our lottery DApp on our decks as well. And then we'll have our Lunatics Wallet will be kind of ready at the same time as well. And then eventually all of that will kind of roll into a kind of one-stop banking system. We plan to, go full throttle in it. So there'll be an off-ramp, on-ramp, getting money in and out of crypto. We'll partner up with MasterCard so people can have their card and there'll be an actual bank account, physical bank account, IBAN. So you'll be able to literally get your money in and out of crypto. Because that's obviously people that get into crypto, there's a lot of things that kind of, especially newcomers, people that are in the space kind of know. And even us, we know how difficult and tedious it can be. So to have that one-stop kind of solution where people come in, they feel comfortable using the swap, they feel comfortable using the wallet, they can keep their money in their wallet, the crypto in their wallet, they can, buy crypto, they can get their money back into their bank and back into the real world, they can just use their MasterCard and pay for things in the real world. So lending and borrowing eventually. So we're going full circle with the whole banking, like one-stop kind of solution for our holders, and all of that's obviously going to generate revenue for the project and self-sustain it, so we can get rid of them DEX taxes and be self-sufficient and move on.
Oh, well, it looks like there's going to be a lot of sustainability in the future. Just quickly on the the LuniSwap that you said there will be a referral program.
There's
that. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, sorry, go on. Let's finish the question.
So does that mean if I was to obviously create an account and I share it with my audience, I get obviously a percentage of that every time they use it?
Yeah, so that's exactly that. So just like a referral code, you'll have your own individual referral code. You obviously shield LuniSwap, and the more people you bring to the platform, and obviously if they're trading whether small amounts or whether it's just volume of people trading obviously collectively doing bigger amounts, then obviously you get a kickback. So it's a good way for an extra bit of passive income.
So therefore you will be opening up doors to lots of partnerships.
Yeah, for sure.
Fantastic. And you got anything in the near future, or are you just still going with the flow at the moment?
At the minute, we'll just see how it kicks off with just our community and the referral system like that. But then obviously, partnering up is a big thing. We've always surrounded ourselves with good people in the project and good teams. So that's not going to change. We're going to continue developing partnerships that obviously are good for the Lunatics and good for the ecosystem.
Well, we'll definitely have a chat afterwards. Maybe we can get a Elite Crypto Lounge referral code going and start shilling it every time we shill a post.
Yeah, perfect. That'd be great.
All right. So then, obviously, you got your CERTIC audit, and then the shebang goes on. You got the LuniPad coming up, partnerships, tier 1 exchanges, and obviously a full healthy phase roadmap here out. So, guys, if you haven't checked it out, go check it out for yourself in detail. I think I've covered everything that I really want to cover with you today, because The NFTs look pretty cool. The merchandise looks good. The project's good. Launch is still the field launch is doing really well. 174 ETH. I'm going to open it up to the community right now, Sega, and then, we'll see where it goes from there.
No
So,
worries,
guys,
mate.
if you have a question, raise your hands. I see a lot of hands already coming up, and we're going to go with my boy CC Jitters off the bat. Here we go. CC, take it away, mate.
Hey, Machinator. How's it going?
G'day.
Awesome. So, I really saw the utilities that the team has, and it's a pretty good one. I can see the metaverse, the GameFi, and a lot of them. But one question I wanted to ask was, in terms of allocation, in terms of control, how do you plan to really, allocate all of these tokens to the metaverse, especially to the GameFi, and then like these regards to your tokenomics, right? So how do you plan to allocate all these things and kind of control them, manage them in terms of this bear market we're facing right now? Because it's going to be a lot of work, right? Focusing on the metaverse, focusing on the GameFi of things, that would be a lot of work. That would be a lot of developers on it. So how do you plan to really manage all of this, and then still try to keep your token, stable, let's say, stable in terms of the bear market?
Well, obviously, if you've looked into the project and from the BSC side, we've managed to kind of sustain like a healthy kind of project with regards to sustaining staking pools, sustaining the chart. I mean, when we launched back in July, we launched at 840k market cap. There was a lot of excitement and a lot of hype around the project at the beginning. There was like a couple of weeks of some serious volume and some like big pumps. I think our all-time high was over $22 million. But as far as sustaining, we've managed to sustain a healthy chart. We've never dropped. I mean, I think this is unheard of. I don't think I've ever seen a project that's launched and never dipped below their starting market cap. We've never dropped below the 2 million mark, around that, give or take a few thousand. But and we've sustained that for like 7 months now. We've also sustained staking pools. We regenerate tokens to do that, and I think we've done an immense job sustaining that kind of market cap, especially like you said in this extended bear market. And again, going forward, the same thing. We're lucky with the partnerships that we create with the metaverse. Obviously, we've set aside tokens to kind of thing, but these are all revenue generating utilities. We've the metaverse partnership is with Exodus, and as they develop that over the next coming months, it's going to be fully cross-chain as well. So that's going to involve both all three of our chains where we plan to be on Terra, on ETH, and the BSC. So yeah, I think we've kind of managed it very well. We look to just kind of roll that over onto this ETH launch as well. We've done extremely well in the Terra space. Obviously, we haven't been able to launch due to the updates, but we've achieved so much there as well, and we actually play a huge part in the future. So yeah, I mean, it's been I'll be honest with you, it is tough to kind of sustain that kind of market share and the interest in the project. But I think we've coped really well, and like I said, we've never dropped below like the 2 million mark, and obviously we launched, so it's more than 2.5x from where we was, and we've managed to sustain that. We've managed to obviously sustain paying all the staking pools, whether it's been just the staking or the NFT staking, and the same thing will apply as we cross over to ETH as well.
Pretty impressive. It suits me to see that the BSC side of things is pretty good for now, because as you said, you've kind of like sustained it. Because like I said, based on your utilities, going back to utilities now, I talked about NFTs and a lot about that, sustaining all of that. But as you said, on the BSC side, you've sustained it, and then the NFT side of things, you're kind of like looking that you have a lot of NFTs in the metaverse, right? So A couple of people think that, well, project having these NFTs in your project, it's sort of just to boost the liquidity of the project, right? So
Yeah.
I know a lot of projects who, when they have these NFTs, they don't really manage these NFTs, right? The NFTs kind of crash, stuff like that.
Yeah.
It doesn't have a special use in the gamify side of things,
Yeah.
So how do you plan to really you know make use of your NFTs, like make sure your NFTs is in full use, and then improve the whole ecosystem of the use of the NFTs, so that the NFTs doesn't crash, especially when it's used in the metaverse, right, or in gamified projects you have.
Yeah, so again, like we've planned this very carefully. Even with our BSC NFTs, we obviously we put a series together and we've released them. I think with NFTs, obviously, look, I think everybody knows that the general kind of thing is that people release NFTs is just for a money grab, for more money for the project. But this isn't what Lunatics been about. Even from day one, it's never been about money grabbing from our holders. It's always been about yes, the project needs to be sustainable. Yes, it needs future development. So the money's got to come from somewhere, especially while you haven't got that revenue generating utility. But our holders are kind of like they're in with us. We're very transparent. We're very interactive. We always talk, and our community knows exactly what's going on. There's nothing that's kept from them. So if I'm not in the TG, for example, you can go in the TG and someone will answer you, and they will be up to date with the information because we keep nothing from them. So we don't just money grab from our community. Yes, obviously, when we release NFTs, they are a portion of that money has to come back into the projects to carry on, sustain, and obviously develop future utilities. But we've given back so much. Like the utilities that we have, they're stakeable. They've received obviously their rewards. They actually receive LUNC rewards as well. So not only do they receive Lunati rewards, they receive LUNC rewards. When we launched them, there was lottery draws for everybody that purchased, and they could win cash or BNB. They get airdrops. So the large portion of the raise has gone back to the community. Along with that, we've designed all our NFTs multi-chain. So the metaverse that we're using is not linked to one chain. It's a multi-chain metaverse, and all our NFTs are interactive with that metaverse, and they'll all be able to be used in the metaverse. And we're going to create as much utility within the metaverse for them to be used. So our BSC NFTs, our ETH NFTs, and the Terra NFTs that were already out and have already been sold out, they're kind of like items and stuff that you use within the metaverse. And again, it's cross-chain, so it's been carefully thought about, and to give as much NFTs can be just a pretty picture and be done with it, and it's just a money grab. We've thought about it. The more utility you can give to an NFT, it piques people's interest and it keeps them involved. And obviously, once the metaverse is up and running, fully functional, we're saying a private beta at the minute. We've been kind of testing it. There's videos you can kind of see on the. I think there's a couple on YouTube and a couple in the white paper. But once the public beta's out very soon as well, and then once that's fully functional, that's running on. I think it's Real Engine 5, which is kind of stuff that all these real world games are based on. So the level of quality is going to be up there, and so as much utility as we can give to all our NFTs and other utilities, then obviously it benefits the holders and keeps them engaged.
Awesome. You've answered a lot of the questions, and then I have more questions. I'm just going to go to your TG. Definitely, I'm already on your TG, so
yeah, we're always there to answer
questions. Yeah, well done. Thank you, Machinator.
Thank you, CC. Always a pleasure having you around, my friend. We'll go to the next question, and we're going to go Space Ranger. Buzz Lightyear, take us away.
Love a bit of buzz.
We all have a bit of a buzz.
We're still talking about the same thing.
Hey, I'm audible.
Yeah, we can hear you.
Okay. I've been listening to the AMA for some time now, so let me just quickly go to my question. So my question, I really have a short question, but before I go to my question, I just want to say thanks for giving me this opportunity, Mechanitor. So my question is please share me some details about the reward. How do you came up with those percentage? Is it something? I don't know if you get that question.
The rewards on just holding Lunati, the Luna Classic rewards, is that what you're talking about?
Yeah.
Yeah, so look, we wanted to, obviously we were tied into, we had an association with the Luna Classic community from back in the time, obviously, when Luna crashed. And we've achieved so much on chain. But what we wanted to do was help that ecosystem as much as we can. So obviously we became the top burner of the token really quickly within a few weeks. We're only second and third now, actually third now to Binance and the actually on-chain tax. So that's how much we burnt so quickly. We wanted to help by obviously with the burn. We create more holders by giving Luna Classic to our holders, and we obviously buy a lot of Luna Classic to reward. So we help that ecosystem threefold. So we wanted to actually reward our holders for being loyal to our project, and we tied it into the Luna ecosystem. So therefore we've rewarded the Luna Classic. That also helps us because everyone wants a little bit of passive income. Everyone wants to take a little bit out of a project. Now, if you're loyal to our project, you hold our token, and you're receiving Luna Classic, you can actually do what you want with them tokens. Some people chose to send them to the Terra chain and burn them and add to the burn. Some people chose to sell them and buy more Lunati. Or some people just chose to sell them and put a bit of money back in their pocket. Either way, it's all good with us, and it doesn't really affect our chart if them tokens are then sold. It's more volume for the chain, the Luna chain, and it doesn't affect our chart in a bad way. And like I said, it's a 3% reward system that we've got, and so far to date, we've given back to our community $1 million in Lunk.
Okay. That's really great. So I just wanted to know, like, is there any buy competition going on in your community? Like, what I'm trying to say is, let me say I won the biggest buy, and can I see use the money that I want to buy more of the token? I don't know if you get my question.
Yeah, we've got loads of things that people can like competition at the minute. At the minute, we've got obviously there's constant shilling. We've got shilling team. Anyone wants to earn money shilling. There's always prizes and money rewards there. There's a big buy competition in the pre-sale. The details of that is I think going to go out tomorrow. But anyone that's bought already will be included in that. So it's not just the tomorrow onwards thing. And yeah, we've always had big buy competitions and stuff like that. So there's always stuff going on.
Okay. That's really great. So my last question for today, are you guys having a low tax? Because I was curious to know what will be your main source of revenue. I don't know if you get my question.
Sorry, I totally did not hear that one.
Oh, I mean, are you guys having a low tax? Because I was curious to know what will be your main source of revenue.
Rewards tax on the ETH side.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, it's going to duplicate exactly what we're doing on the BSC side. So on our website, you can see the tokenomics, the reward system, still 3%. 2% goes back to marketing development, 1% liquidity, 1% treasure, delegate, or burn, whichever one the community decides to do. And obviously that treasury always tops up staking pools and what have you. And obviously 1% is where a deflationary token where we burn our own token. So the reward system is exactly the same on the ETH side. So if you hold on the ETH side and collect rewards, we're hoping to give more rewards out and hopefully reach the heights we've already reached on the BSC side.
Okay. To answer my question, you really gave me a great solution to my question, and you really answer my question perfectly. Good luck to the project, and thanks for giving me this good opportunity. So once again, Mechanical.
Thank you.
Thank you, Spring Treasure. Appreciate it, mate. Right, we'll go on to the next one. Duncan Gray. Duncan Gray has been waiting patiently.
He's my co-speaker.
Is he? Oh, Duncan Gray, you want to ask your co-speaker a question? You can. I'll open the mic for you.
Finally
Anyway.
arrived. I've got a lot of questions for Sega, but I'm sure he doesn't want to hear them here. I'm just his wingman.
I just hope your questions don't relate to Duke One because we can't find him, mate.
Yeah,
can't find him.
Lost in space.
I was expecting him to be here.
Yeah, I was trying to bring him in, but he refused my application. Apparently, he has to go to jail or something.
That's ridiculous. I don't understand why.
All right, cool.
So maybe you can get some questions from some genuine question holders, as opposed to me, who has absolutely no questions. I just have all the answers, which isn't entirely.
Well, if you're the answers, man, you can probably jump in and give your good old buddy Sega a cutout, because I know how hard it can be behind the mic, mate. Sometimes it gets very, very tiring.
No, Sega's doing amazingly. I mean, he's been doing AMA after AMA after AMA, and he's in his iron lung at the moment, probably because he's out of breath. But he's doing an amazing job.
It's all good.
You see, he does love a bit of a buzz, so hopefully he gets a buzz after this. Youngest man, come forward to the mic. Thank you, youngest man.
Okay, am I audible?
Yeah, loud and clear.
All right. A great presentation, man. I've been enjoying your project so much, and I'm just coming from your website now, and it looks absolutely amazing. And I got a lot of interest regarding your wallet. In today's wallet.
Yeah, our wallet is. Did you finish the question, or have you cut out? I'm not too sure.
Yeah. Can you hear me?
Yeah, go on. So about the wallet, yeah.
All right. About the wallet, did you consider network glitches in your wallet while developing that? I know it's still under development, but most wallets today, they encounter glitches. So did you consider that in development of your wallet?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, right now, like I said, the DEX and the wallet is pretty much ready to go. It's just the back end stuff. We're actually partnered with an external third party blockchain solution company. They've helped with all our development. They'll be there to support us as well with the backup. So it's not attached to any kind of token. So it's a real world blockchain company, no token attached to it, with some real great people and people like developing there. So, and they've helped us with all our development and are going to be there to support the development all the way through.
Oh, that's absolutely amazing. I would like to maybe suggest something for the developers. Some wallets today, you constantly find it that when you want to send maybe an asset to a particular wallet, you keep on copying and pasting. Does your wallet consider maybe saving a particular wallet as a beneficiary so that it can constantly send maybe digital assets to that wallet?
Yeah, like a priority wallet that's already been authorized kind of thing.
Yeah. Did you consider that for development?
Yeah, there's loads of ideas still floating about on the wallet side of things. But yeah, I mean, our wallet's going to be super fast. It's like very efficient, and the design of it's great. I think people are going to be impressed with it and really use it.
All right, that's super amazing. Sorry for asking you much. I have one more last question for you.
Go for it, mate.
All right, about your card and payments. Maybe I'm making a payment with my card, the Lunatics card, and then maybe I cancel a problem while making payments. Are there customer support or chat services I can make complaints? And if I make those complaints, how fast is the team to respond to my problems?
Yeah, on that one, like I'll be lying if I could give you the answer clearly and the precise, because obviously it's what we have got ready right now is the DEX, the LuniSwap, and obviously the banking system comes into play a little bit further down the line. We're already in the process of developing like the back ends of it all. But as far as the finer details on things, but definitely support. Like I said, we're working with this blockchain company. We'll be partner up with MasterCard as well. So as far as having someone to call on, it's going to be a full banking system that it's going to be real world. It's not going to be kind of like the kind of things that we're used to in this kind of space where there's no one to call on.
All right, that's absolutely amazing. I'm really happy to get all your answers to my question. I'll definitely join your TG channel for more. And then best of luck to your project. I appreciate the opportunity.
Thank you very much, mate.
Thank you, youngest man. Hopefully you don't grow up. Sam's got a question. He just messaged me now. Sam, come forward when you're ready, buddy.
Thank you, Mac. Thank you, brother. I appreciate the opportunity. Yeah, I just wanted to jump in, probably like tailing off of what CC Jitters was talking about earlier. When it comes to the metaverse and the underlying game, obviously you mentioned, Sega, you've got a team that's working on with Unreal Engine 5. I was just wondering if you could give me any more details about the team, if it's in-house, if you've hired a third party, if they have experience with kind of Web3 projects, and a bit more detail about the guys building building the metaverse and the P2E.
Yeah, sure. I mean, I can give you a brief kind of thing. It's a full partnership with Exodus Metaverse. It's obviously a third party. They're experienced in the space. I mean, you can actually go to their websites and stuff and look through it all. And within their metaverse, we've got our own island with a 4-kilometer city in there. So as far as the gamifier for all of it, like where our platform is going to be fully interactive cross-chain. You can there's videos on YouTube, on our YouTube, and I think there's a few maybe within the white paper. But I mean, if you go to Exodus, the website, and I think there's soon to be a playable public beta. I think very imminently, because we've been on the private one, and I mean we've been playing that within ourselves, and not me personally, but some of the guys on the team, they love all that kind of stuff. Me, I'm too old for it. So,
okay, perfect. So essentially, you've got it's a separate metaverse project that is building, equivalent to like Decentraland or Sandbox or thing, and they're essentially you guys are going to be renting space within their metaverse. And then their own team are building out all the in-game assets and everything for you, right?
Yeah, correct. They're the experts in the field. We own our own island within the space, and obviously the city, the 4-kilometer city, and then obviously all the gamified stuff with all the NFTs that are, they're items that are usable within the space. And obviously, I mean, I wish Johnny was here today because he loves all that stuff. He would have explained it to you probably. But I mean, if you really want to find out about that kind of the end of it, check out the Exodus website and jump in and speak to Johnny on our TG when he's about, and he'll give you the full rundown of it.
Aces. All right, yeah, I appreciate that.
Yeah, no worries, mate. Thank you.
Thank you, Sammy boy. All right, we'll probably take one more question before we wrap it up. A good question in the main Telegram. Look for that one again. It's been jumping around. Why is the token not automatically burned like 1% of the tax instead of sending 2% to another wallet to later burn? Will people who send the LunaC token to the burn wallet help burn token even faster, or extra benefits? Benefits.
Yeah, I've had that question before. Basically, with regards to the burn, why we have to do on the BSC, this is on the BSC side, and it does apply to the E side. You can't burn if you're interested in helping the Luna community and obviously burning down the supply. You have to do the burn on chain. So the Luna Classic has to go on chain, has to be burned in that particular wallet on chain. Now, what we receive on the BSC side and network and the ETH network are wormhole Luna Classic. Now, so there is no way of doing it automatically within the contract. So we've had to do our burns manually, and that's why we've got the security of the Multisig wallets and stuff like that. So basically, it's collected in our burn wallet. We then bridge it to the wormhole Luna Classic to the on-chain Luna Classic, and then we send it to the burn wallet like that. So all our burns have been done manually to date, with the extra security of all the Multisig wallets. And that's going to apply as well to the ETH side of it. And if you're considering aiding the burn, Please don't burn the wormhole.
See, I was just about to say, mate. Sorry to cut you off, but
please
don't burn them. Send them over. I'll look after them.
Please do not send wormhole to the dead wallet. It counts for nothing. It has no effect on the total supply. It is just, you're just burning your own money. So if you're considering helping the burn and assisting it, you bridge your wormhole Luna Classic to the chain using the bridge, the portal bridge, and then once you've got Luna Classic on chain, you can then send it to the Terra burn wallet. Anything else apart from that, you're not burning, you're not helping. All you're doing is doing your own money.
It's a great response there, in fact. And yeah, look, I mean, we've done a great job so far. We've got a few hands up. I don't know if you want to continue, maybe take one more question, or do you want me to go into a duck race?
No, it's all right. Let's do one more question and then we'll...
Well, we've got a one-man squad that's been waiting patiently. So the one-man squad, come forward when you are ready. Thank you. Loud and clear.
Great project you guys have here. I really appreciate that. My question is, what is the most potential use case for this project?
No, sorry, I didn't.
One man squad, your mic is inaudible. I don't know if you want to try again. Yeah, try again.
Okay. I said you guys have a great project down here, and my question is, what is the most potential use case for this project?
I'm starting to lose that connection. One man squad. If
I
I do
don't know
apologize.
One man's asked what the main use case is for the project, but I'm assuming as soon as we're coming to the end of the AMA, that's definitely been answered. So I don't know if you wanted to give the mic to someone else.
No, that's okay. What we'll do now is
I want to know. I want to know what happened to.
Miss, you can't just come in here and interrupt our AMA like that. No, I'm joking. Mike's all yours.
Hi guys. Sorry I'm so late. I've been such a busy girl today. I want to know what happened to Luna Freaks, because I've had a couple of AMAs with Lunatics before, and then Lunatics sort of calmed down a little bit. And I remember being sat in Egypt having an AMA with these Luna Freaks, and they were coming in saying, "Yeah, we're going to take over Lunatics." Rah 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 rah. Just interested to know where they're at.
Yeah, I'd like to know where Luna Freaks are as well. I invested half a bean in them, and I've not seen anything. So that was a really bad move. I think they're done. They're gone. They're out of the way.
They definitely are. No, obviously I knew that. I think my point coming in there is obviously just that you guys are still going strong. I had no doubt about that, but the competition that has tried to come has obviously failed. So congratulations. Again, I'm sorry I haven't been here throughout the AMA. I was really disappointed that I wasn't able to attend this one, because like I said, I have hosted you a couple times previously over at Solitaire. I think we actually had a partnership with you guys over there. So I was really disappointed not to be able to listen in to this one or host you guys. So sorry about that, but welcome anyway. And that's all from me. Sorry for interrupting, Maka. You carry on with the duck race.
Thanks.
It's okay, I hope I forgive you this time. Sega, now this segment is obviously Ask Me Anything. We've asked you everything. So obviously people were paying attention to what you were talking about during the AMA. Now I'm going to ask you a question. What were your two favorite questions?
My two favorite questions would have been, I'd like the last one, the wormhole, because I think it's very important that people do not burn their wormhole Luna Classic and do their money for nothing. So I think that's an important point. And
so I think outside the box is winner number one. Yep.
Sega number two is the question I asked. Don't forget.
Yeah, that one.
You didn't ask the question. You said you got all the answers.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
About where's Luna Freaks was a good one as well.
Yeah, my question should win, actually. Do I get to win?
Listen, you're not winning any money today. You made enough bank as it is, so we need one more.
let you choose one because I can't remember the name. So, what was that?
Say again.
I'll let you choose one, Maka.
Yeah, look, I'm a little bit stumped because I think CC Jitters has won a few times before, but I'm going to have to award it to someone else today. That's going to have to be my buddy, someone that I've seen in the space for a long time. I forgot his name. He's gone off the list now. Where has he gone? Anyway, we'll pick the second winner from Alwyn. I just want to say a big thank you to, obviously, Lunatics, and we are watching your pre-sale. We're going to be going in as well. We look forward to the next phase, obviously, on the Ethereum and the Terra. Very interesting project. You guys have a lot of utility and a hardworking team. So success is always on board, and we're with you guys as well all the way.
Thank you. I appreciate that, man. I appreciate the time as well and everyone listening.
Yeah. Any last words?
Thanks, sir.
Yeah, I'd just like to say, obviously, look, our community is really active. We're obviously running a 5-day pre-sale. It's exactly that, so people don't have to rush and make a rush decision. Like, come in, ask questions, make sure if you're thinking about investing, you do your due diligence, and the community is more, and the team are more than happy to answer any questions. And we want people jumping on board, and we want them, to come on a ride with us. But yeah, education and safety is paramount. So yeah, we look forward to everyone coming in.
Gracias, senor. And we'll be following you guys very closely. Until next time, thank you very much for tuning in to Elite Crypto Lounge for another AMA. All the best, guys. Happy trading and stay safe.
Thank you, guys.
Take care.
Bye.